the application is working, we can mark something as done, we can clear completed, we can delete a record. So that's working. However, here is an issue. So I already have a to do as eggs. Now let me try to add another to do eggs. So we get a warning and the second eggs is not added to the list. This is because we are using key, and when we are displaying the list, let's look at display item, in fact display list. Here we are passing the key is to do title. So ReactJS is warning us that we will have two items with the same key. So anytime when we are deleting a record, when we are marking something as completed, everywhere we are passing the key, the title, as the unique identifier, which is not necessarily a good thing, because we should allow two to-dos of eggs, or let's say apples, and I put apples again, I get the warning. So what is the solution? The solution is that we need to have a unique identifier. We cannot keep using title as the unique identifier. So in order to use unique identifier, we are going to use an npm package called random key. So let me call it. All we need to do is npm install random -key -save, so that it updates our package.json, and then we just hit enter, and now we can do cat package.json, and here now we can see random key is listed as a dependency. So now all we need to do is npm start, and let's do a full refresh here. So everything is working. Let's get back to our Vim editor, and here what we need to do is we need to make necessary changes so that we can use id as the unique identifier. So first let's go to app.js, and here at the very top, after the import statements, we can do var rand is require random key. So we have random key, and here when we are populating, we are initializing the our to-dos. We can do id 1, id 2, and id 3. So that will initialize our records with the right id. And let's go down the list. So here what we are doing is handle done. So in the handle done, we are saying title to be marked as done. So let's try to change it to id to be marked as done, and then here we will do to-do.id, and instead of title to be marked as done, id to be marked as done. So that takes care of handle done. Similarly, we can do the same thing with handle delete. We can do id to be marked as done, to-do.id, and here id to be marked as done, and then handle submit. So here we are creating a new record. So when we are creating a record, we are passing title, done, so here we can do one more item, id, and this is where rand will be used for rand.generate. So this will generate a random id for the new to do. So that's in the app.js. Now let's go to display item. In the display item, when we are doing on change, we are passing the title. So instead of passing the title, we need to do to-do.id, and same thing for deleting. When we are deleting, we need to do to-do.id. So that's on display item. On display list, we have handle delete. So here we need to do to-do.id. Now if I try to add a to-do with eggs, as you can see that I'm able to add eggs, and if I can even delete it, and it will delete the right one. And if I let's add x again, and I mark these two x as completed, and if I clear completed, those two x are being being marked as completed and being removed from the list. So having the ID is working perfectly.